Hey guys, Dylan from Noble Records coming at you with another video. I've seen these videos going around, top 10 most valuable, rarest records in my collection, and I've been really wanting to make one, but it's just been really hard. I've been trying to think of which ones are the top 10. Like, it's really hard to put a value on some of these records because some of them are so rare, they've never been sold, or they've only had a couple copies sell here and there, and the market fluctuates for different things. So it's really tough to put a number on some things. So I use Discogs and I use PopPsych. If you're not familiar with PopPsych, most everyone's probably familiar with Discogs, but PopPsych is it filters through all the eBay auctions that have gone on since like 2010 or something. It's forever backlog of auction results. So that's a really accurate way to look up the value of a record. If you want to tweak it and kind of see what it's really actually worth, that's a good way. But still, some things, everyone's different. Some auctions come down in the middle of the night. The conditions are all different, so it's really hard sometimes to put a decent value. So I've appraised each one of these records. I've been selling records for 10 years, so I have a pretty good idea of what these things are worth. And so some things I'll just tell you what the Discogs price is. Sometimes I think Discogs price might be a little bit off because some of the copies that have sold have been less than good or sealed or whatever. So here we go. Number 10, Red Hash by Gary Higgins. This is a folk psych album, incredibly rare, very, very great record. Just incredible songs on here. It's a very interesting album. I found this maybe 4 or 5 months ago, and this one is near mint, and it's still in the shrink wrap. This is a perfect copy, really. This on Discogs, the median says it's $242. I looked on PopPsych. I think that one that's mint like this, well, near mint, and it's still in the shrink, I think it's probably worth about $300. So that's number 10, and I think it's worth about $300. Red Hash by Gary Higgins. It's a really great album, and all of these albums I would highly recommend you checking out if you're not familiar with them. Number 9 is Jerusalem, 1972. This is a first German pressing. Jerusalem, if you like Black Sabbath, this is early 70s hard rock that's a lot like Sabbath. But this is this extremely rare record. Very tough to find. You can find reissues for about $20-25. So I highly suggest you find a reissue. But this on Discogs, the median is $317. And this one's actually near mint. It could go for potentially more than that, but I'll say that the value on here is Discogs, $317. But this is just a monster album. If you haven't heard this, highly recommend it. Number 8, Alison Krauss and Union Station Live. This is the original master recording. They issued this back in 2004, and it was $50, I think, then when they first issued it. So now $325 is the Discogs median price. If it's mint, it's probably worth more. This one's not mint. It may be worth a little less than $325, to be honest, but it is an incredible record, and they haven't issued it any other time other than on the original master recording, and this box has 3 LP. But this is one of my absolute favorite records. It's something I probably would never sell just because it's so good. Every time I put it on, I absolutely love it. So that is number 8 at $325. Number 7, I'm going to give you a twofer for number 7. So if you're not familiar with this band, there's a band called Mighty Baby out of the early 70s. And this is a record that I found. This is their Self-Titled that I found in a record collection a couple years ago. This is a promo copy. It's near mint. It's a beautiful copy. On Discogs, this one, it says it's worth about $168. I think it's worth a lot more than that because, you know, near mint copies go towards $300. That's what this is. And the promo copies, there's not many around. So this is not on the list. I just wanted to show you this. If you haven't heard this album, it's called Mighty Baby. But what is on the list at number 7 is their second album, Mighty Baby, A Jug of Love. Now this is only released in the UK. Discogs median price is $344. This is absolutely a great record. Now the first Mighty Baby, is more prog and rock. This one's rock with a little bit more prog, and there's a lot more acoustic action in there, but still a really great album. And this one is one that is just close to impossible to put your hands on. Very hard to find. This is the only one I've ever even seen, so very grateful to have that. Number 6, if you've seen my videos the past couple days, I've posted 2 videos that both mention this. This is a Formula One, Hold On. This has a Discogs medium price of $401. I found this at Salvation Army 2 days ago for 49 cents. And this one, the cover's probably VG+. The vinyl on it is near mint. This is a great funk album. Since I found it, I've been playing it nonstop. I'll probably listen to it 10 times. And it's just a really great funk song. Well, Hold On is the main track on here, but the whole album is really good. It's tough to find, but you can find on YouTube. There's clips of it, so I would suggest you looking at Formula One, Hold On. But it's great funk album from 1977, and I'm really glad I found this. It's something I had never heard of before I found it. That's the beauty of thrift shop digging. Sometimes you find them like that. Number 5 is Bob Dylan, Self-Titled. And you may think, oh, I've seen that one before, it can't be worth that much money. Well, this is a special copy. This is a original 6i, and if you can tell, it says demonstration copy on that. So this is a promo copy, and what's really cool about this is it says a new star on Columbia Records. So this was a promotional copy put out to the radio stations before Bob Dylan was anything. So this is the very first 1962 pressing of Bob Dylan's Self-Titled album. This is one of my favorite records. This is one of the prime pieces in my collection. I absolutely love this. Kind of priceless to me, but Discogs median is $462 on this. So this one's not in perfect shape, and I wouldn't be delusional enough to think I could sell this for $462, but that is the value on a piece like this if it is in really good shape. This one's not in the best shape, but it is special to me. Number 4 is Papo's Blues. Papo's Blues is an incredible South American psychedelic rock, blues rock record. This has got some serious shredding on it, just really great stuff. I'd look for this for a really long time. A good buddy of mine, Robert, hooked me up with this. Robert, if you're watching, I appreciate it, man. This is a white label promo from Argentina, and this one is just an absolute cooker. But this is on Discogs. The median for this is $490. And this is a really incredible album. Like I said, tough to find. And you can find one that's not a promo copy for maybe like $200 or $300, maybe $300. But this is a really, really tough album to find. But there's reissues now, and they're really great. So if you haven't heard Papo's Blues, incredible record. I would encourage you to check that out. There's several volumes. He put out a lot of different albums. Papo is an incredible guitar player, but I will not go there. Number 3 on the list goes out to Del Jones, Positive Vibes. This is an incredibly rare Afrobeat record. This is one that when I found it, I wasn't familiar with it, and I threw it on my record player and was blown away. This is just an incredible record. Really, really funky, some great beats, great rhythms, great drum breaks on it. It's just really juicy stuff. And when I saw it, I thought I had seen the cover before, but I wasn't sure, but it made me stop and pause and pull it out and throw it on because I really thought that I knew it before. There's a little tip for you guys. If you think, well, I would have never picked that record out, get familiar with some rare albums covers. If you go out and you're looking at Goodwills and you're looking at Salvation Armies and stuff all the time, kind of familiarize yourself with some rare stuff. So follow pages on Facebook or Instagram that has rare records that you might want to find, and then just kind of familiarize yourself. I have almost photographic memory when it comes to album covers. So I can remember them really well. I might not remember much more about them, but I can remember what they look like. This is one I thought I'd seen before, but I wasn't familiar with what it sounded like. As soon as I found it, I threw it on, and it was unbelievable. This one's in great shape. It's in the shrink. I think this one, see, this is where Discogs kind of gets a little, Discogs median on this, I can't remember what it is, but it's way off. So these have sold for up to $800 in the past, and the markets vary. I know that the market varies, and I'm realistic about that. I believe that this is sold for up to, like I said, up to $800, and I think some are even a little bit higher. And some of them have sold down for around $400. This one's in really good shape. It's in the shrink. I think I could get $500 for this if I really tried, but I don't want to because this has become one of my favorites. Really great record. So that's Del Jones, Positive Vibes, and that's clocking in at about $500. Getting down to the last 2. So this is a really good one. This is Howlin Wolf, Moaning in the Moonlight. This is an extremely rare, a U.S. first pressing on the black chest label. There's a second pressing on the blue label. It's not worth as much, and it's not as rare. But this first black label pressing is super, super rare. This is a very, very clean copy. I'd say excellent or near mint. The prices on these are kind of all over the place. The highest price one's ever sold for is $1,200. I'm not psycho. I don't think it's worth $1,200, but I think this one, in the condition that it's in really good shape. I think the realistic value on this one's probably about $600. So that clocks in at number 2. And this is just an amazing blues record. Howlin Wolf, one of my favorites. And when I found this, I was super excited. But this is very, very prized piece in the collection. Now, the moment you've all been waiting for. You may think that this is cheating, but this is a box set. I had to mention this. This is a really rare. It's called Trademark of Quality Years. It's a 10 LP box set. It's a Led Zeppelin box set. And this has 5 different bootlegs. Each bootleg is 2 LPs. So the first one is Live on Blueberry Hill. Second one is Going to California. Third one's Bonzo's Birthday Party. Fourth one's Seattle Days 5.5. And the fifth one is Mudslide / BBC broadcast. So this is a very, very rare box set. It's a colored vinyl. All 10 LPs are colored. And the prices, this is kind of hard to gauge. About a year or two ago, someone was putting this on eBay for $250. And I know someone who bought it, and they paid for it, and they never got it in the mail, so they refunded them. And then there's people on eBay, I don't know why they do that, and then someone else bought it at $250, and it got returned and refunded as well. So that isn't a realistic number on it. That kind of messes with the market. But I do have a friend that is very knowledgeable on bootlegs, and he said he sold a copy of this last year for $750. This one's in really, really great shape, and so I believe this one is worth $750 because, you know, it's only worth what somebody will pay for it. I'm going to show you some pictures right now of the color vinyl because I don't want to pull all that out right here. This is a delicate box set. I only open it up every once in a while. But here's some pictures of the color vinyl. Just beautiful variants and all that stuff. Super thrilled to have it. But anyways, I'm a big Zeppelin fanatic. There's a lot of Zeppelin pieces in here that are way up there. I kind of wish I'd made this video before I opened my shop because I sold so many really good ones when I opened my shop. But I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you like this video, please hit the subscribe button. Also, in the description of this video is the links to our Instagram. I post a ton of stuff on Instagram. Anytime I find something interesting, I post on there. And then there's also a link to our online store where you can buy t-shirts, hats, stickers, all that stuff. So thank you guys so much for watching, and we'll see you next time.